Hello, my name is Kuni or Hide and welcome back to my channel. I'm a creative being and a mess of an artist, and I take you along onto my art journey. Usually I would say in this video we will do this and that, but I have no idea what I'm doing in this video because I don't want to continue the format I was using, which eventually was a lot of going to conventions. And I don't really want to continue that because, first of all, it's very stressful, and second of all, it's not the direction I wanted to go into. I still have a few videos I want to edit, which is about conventions from earlier this year, and since I haven't recorded anything since June, I wanted to say thanks to all the people who are here. Because after June there was Art Fight throughout the month of July. I love Art Fight. I drew a bunch of characters. I drew 30 attacks, and I uploaded all of these artworks as speed paints over on TikTok, but also here on YouTube in form of shorts. And we are 500 people more now on this channel, which is quite a lot. It's like I doubled my subscriber amount. And hi, I'm the person behind all of that. I am the artist, I am the mess, and thanks for being here. I have no idea if you're interested in long form content. I will keep uploading shorts. I will do my best with that. But I started this with long form content in form of videos and just sharing my art like that. I'm also an artist that goes to many conventions in Germany and Luxembourg. I myself am from Luxembourg. And yeah, I used to take you along to many events. But if I have more than 10, 15 events a year, and I make a video for each one of these events, plus preparing for it, plus ordering stuff, creating originals, doing business stuff, I suck. I suck so hard doing business stuff and bureaucracy and all of that because my anxiety just goes yeah, I don't have the time for that, and I want to create YouTube videos I enjoy and can put my heart into. And yes, I enjoy talking about conventions. I will probably still talk about conventions, but I just fell into only creating convention videos, and that's what I want to do. Took some time for myself. Yes, I'm very busy and stressed out and overwhelmed, but I just want to focus on other things and see to make videos about those things. And I also plan on getting a video camera because I'm still recording on my phone, and it's sometimes a bit hard and frustrating and demotivating. So I want to have a proper setup in form of a camera and a microphone. I have no idea if you can see it like this. I want to shortly show you what I'm working on. I made one of these previously, but instead of papier mache or paper pulp or how what you wanna call it, I used air drying clay, which is very heavy and somehow fragile. So I for the first time made papier mache and I started working with it, and I must say it's super nice. It's already dry-ish. It's from yesterday. It dried super fast. It's so far very sturdy. I'm amazed by the detail I managed to get in, and this is just one of my whimsical tree pieces. Like I will cover the rest with bark and more mushrooms and plants and see where this is going. So it's some time since I last recorded and I need to make some more paper mache because the one I had is gone, all used. And I just have to mix it now because a month ago I made my paper thingy pulp. I don't know. Like it's just not mixed yet. Like last month I soaked this in water. I made it small and all. And yeah, it's time to make some paper mache, and it's rather easy because all you need is like shredded, soaked in water paper, some flour, and your glue, like wood glue. I use wood glue, and I use very cheap wood glue because I can't be bothered, and it's working out fantastic. Yeah, this is the kind of glue I'm using, and then very basic flour. And I use cups to measure how much because I think it's a third of everything. How much do I need? Well, at the moment I have 3 projects for which I need paper mache. So I think I use 3 cups of everything. Or 2 because it's a lot. Now I make right away 3 and then I can always mix some more if I need any. This lasted also pretty well for a month. Like I just had it in the fridge. I had one piece where I saw it was a bit moldy. I just took that out, but then I checked the rest and this is really fresh and nothing happened to it. I also think the less water you have in, the easier it will be. So next time I will try to get even more water out because I think I had some difficulties of getting water out here. I have this. Now I need 3 cups of this. I don't want to go into the bag since this touched the paper already. Also, I don't measure very precisely. I just go with the flow. And yeah. But yeah, I have 3 projects at the moment. I have once my bunny magnets, which I will show you later. I have my whimsical bark, fairy bark I wanna work on, and then I have the I have a mushroom I wanna build. It's like a box, like not a box, but it's like it has like the shape of a cylinder, and I want to make a mushroom out of it that you can open, and then you have things inside. Yeah, that's the plan. Making a mess. Also, this wood glue thingy smells very interesting. I think I will mix this already and then I see how it will be like, and then I add some more of it. Because this is a lot, but then again I need a lot. This will be so weird now to like use my hands for. So I now made my paper mache, and there's still some pieces everywhere. Oh my god, this was a mess. I also ended up putting all of this in because I think I had too much glue and flour in. So I now put that in, and then you try to knead it. Like you have to make a very homogeneous looking pulp. So you have to knead it a lot. And that's what I did. I go wash my hands now, and then I will prepare my next bunny magnet, and then yeah, sticky, very sticky. Or to put the lid already on, at least like this. Let's go. So this is my bunny project. Here is something I'm sculpted out of monster clay. So this is the master, but I can't do anything with it because it's an oil-based clay. That means if it gets warmed up, it will melt. So with this, you sculpt something that you then create a negative of. Like here, I made a silicon mold, and I made this mold, I made this project because I have, first of all, a lot of paper left and many magnets. So I made cute little magnets, and I will show you some I have so far. Like here's 3 of them so far. I had these big magnets left over, and I wanted to use them. And I don't know, I just like using things that I have laying around and creating new things out of it, because I don't like throwing things away. Like the magnets, I might have found another use for them, but I wanted to turn them into a project. So that's the project. And again, I had a lot of paper, and I always wanted to once make paper mache. So this is one of the first projects I chose to use this for. So all I do now is I use this silicone tool that I got, which I use for sculpting project. And since my paper mache is very nicely kneaded, I just put it in there. I shove it in there, and then I let it dry. That was a bit too much because I start with the small segments first. I just put it in and really push it down so it's really tight. And then I fill it up, I put the magnet in, and then I let it dry. Of course, it's silicone, it doesn't breathe. This is very, there's still water inside, so it will not dry through. Hence, in 1-2 days, I will just take it out. If something broke, I will adjust it, and like this, I create a magnet one after the other. So it's a bit time consuming. I always have to wait because I also only made one mold, because it's not a big project, it's like something on the side. So I don't need 3-4 molds, I just need one. And yeah, slowly but surely I get there. And once they are dry, I want to paint them, and I want to paint each single one a bit differently, or make a few the same looking ones. I don't know yet. Can you stay there? Thank you. Yeah, that's my plan, and I want to have them for Kaidancon, which is my next convention. It's early mid-November. At the moment we are around the 20th, the 23rd of October, so I still have 2-3 weeks. And yeah, that's what I do. So this is one of the projects. this is my third project, and as you can see, I have this tube here which I glued shut where it opens, so I know where the opening is, like where it splits apart, and I try to take this into consideration when I use the paper mache on it. This is supposed to become a mushroom. Like, here's the bottom, here's the top, and then you can open it. I want to make somewhat of a, also a bit whimsical, a bit curved. Well, no, right. I made this now so I have a surface for like where the mushroom head will be. I will adjust it, but this will already help me. And yes, all I'm using is leftovers, which is nice. So I will now also fill it with some volume so it's not too top heavy. Might use some newspapers, build up the overall shape, and then put the paper mache on. And I see to probably make it rather wide so like I have a nice shape, because I can't go thinner than that. I want to go a bit thicker on the bottom, and yeah, just showing you my project. There was a bottle inside before, and maybe like it can be like a secret compartment for a bottle or for something else, like anything one would want to hide. And the sun is that's really nice. So I have this super big box. It arrived these days, and I have to see how I get it to the con, because it's a lot. It's a new product, it's pins, and yeah, it's half the box. That's my stuff. Like, most of this was my stuff. I ordered with my boyfriend and a friend of ours, and I have no space on my table, nor in my car, nor in my room, and I still keep making new things. So that's fun, I guess. I also got two people that were like already interested, so I put some on the side and I put one pin out to send via mail. Excuse me. Because they asked nicely, and I don't have an online store, but if people are like, oh, I really want this, and I'm like, okay, let's see if I can send it to you, and then you just pay me the shipping, you know. But yeah. Yeah. Let's hope I can show you this properly. Okay, these are two of my new pins, and someone asked to get those two put aside for Kaidancon, so if they come, that I will have them for sure. I have 20 of each, because I got 18 new designs. It's like a whole line. And then the other problematic one is the one that gets shipped. So 2 problematics and 1 pathetic already gone. I'm very excited for Kaidan. It's an 18 plus convention, and I was there last year for the first time. It's just a lot of fun. Uh, Let me show you the pins and the 18 new designs and my display, because I like to use cardboard and junk and give things a second purpose. These are my hello pins, and it's aimed for a more mature audience with like kinks and funny memes and different roles within the kink community, and then a bit of horror. And yeah, I put also a lot of work into them. I like that they are coherent 18 designs, and yeah, I just think it's fun. And the back comes with two clutches because I didn't want them to rotate and spin, and if one falls off, that there's still a second one, so the person might see it and can rescue it. And yeah, then the back of my display, just a lot of cardboard. I put here a little piece so I can like put it on my wire shelf and then secure it with some thingy majingies. Now you might ask, why did I sculpt an eye inside of some bark and then add mushrooms? Why did I do it the first time and why did I do it now again? That's actually a very good question, and I asked myself the same question. And yeah, in art you can do anything and there are no rules, but of course there's like certain things we are drawn towards and that appeal to us and that we want to create. And I simply concluded that I like eyes. Do you know when you just mindlessly doodle something, or you always fall back to a very specific thing and just keep drawing it over and over? And I think eyes are just one of those subjects that people are drawn to, either by drawing them very realistically or just doodling them. With eyes, you can express just so much. And back then, when I first started this project for the first time, I wanted to sculpt on this piece of wood. And I wanted to do something horror, HP, Lovecraft like, because that's something I like a lot. And I wanted to do something with tentacles, and I wanted to initially use Sculpey. But that meant I had to bake it, and I didn't want to put any kind of wood into the oven. That's why I ended up using air drying clay, and I changed the idea because what I initially wanted to do wasn't possible with this kind of material, because it had to keep up a certain position, because with the tentacles I wanted to go rather far away from the woods and it had to stay stable, which with air drying clay I was scared it wouldn't be possible, so I chose something that would stay rather close to the center. And personally, I think it's just very fun to sculpt eyes, because first you start with the ball and then you add the eyelids, and already this, if you execute it well, looks already so good, and it gives it just right away so much depth. I wanted to keep up this whimsical energy and flair, and I also like mushrooms. So I was like, oh, how can I combine mushrooms and eyes? And that's how I came up with the idea of creating some kind of bark and tree piece. Because then I started to imagine, what if this is a piece of an older tree and it's from a mystical forest and there exists like supernatural beings like fairies and all, and then you have those trees and they are watching how the forest is changing, they are watching who's entering and who's leaving, watching if something is happening and if there are other spiritual beings and happenings. That's why I also went so wild with the colors and chose pretty saturated ones for the mushrooms and also give the moss a bit of like a special touch. That's why I also afterwards went in with some gold and make it look a bit fancier and special, maybe a bit like fairy dust. And also, if you would hang it up later, you would have this eye watching you constantly and giving you this eerie feel of like being watched, that there is a presence, that there is something there. And I think that's the main point I wanted to capture with these pieces, keeping up this eerie feeling. And with that, I would also approach many different vibes, let's say it like this, because it is darker, but it's also whimsical, it's a bit fantastic with the fairy aspects, and then it's also bound to nature. And those are all aspects that speak to me and I'm drawn towards. Hence, I had a lot of joy creating it, but also it's a piece that speaks to me. And that's, I think, the main idea behind this. And with that, I'm done with this piece. At the end, I just added some more varnish and I also put some resin on top of the eye because I like this effect. It's also what I did for the first time I created this kind of piece. And I'm very glad of how it turned out. I still might add another kind of resin on top of the eye because it looks slightly cloudy and I would like to avoid that. So I will go to Bisna one of these days probably and grab it. This is the first project I finished now that included paper mache, and I must say it's a fun material to work with. I had a lot of fun creating it. I am very glad that I could recycle some of the paper and give it a new purpose and just play around with it. Like, I think it's a great material. It offers a lot of variety, like you can do so many things with it. It also dries very sturdy. What I noticed throughout the paint job is that due to the amount of water I used, sometimes it would reactivate again a bit, but then I just let it dry, and if something came off, I just glued it back in place, and then I added some more paint on top of that once it was dry, and it worked out quite nicely. Like, I had no further issues with it. It didn't give me many problems, and I think it's a nice material to work with and realize ideas. And yeah, I'm looking forward to work more with it, especially with my other current projects that use this kind of material already. And I'm excited to see how they will turn out. So, and that's what I made mostly this month. Worked on, like, of course, I did other things. I'm working on a poster and a book cover, but I don't know if I can show this yet, so I didn't include it into this video. And yeah, I do other things. There's actually like a few things I want to show you next video where I didn't include in this video. Like, I'm working on some lighter cases, and then again my mushroom, which might be like more of the main project of next video. Let's see when I will get this video out. If I should get it out at the start of November, I will have Kaidancon at the 8th and 9th of November. I showed you the things. This is also for me to take with to Kaidancon. I hope I get the mushroom done by that time, so I can also include this one for Kaidancon. And then also the lighters. Like, I'm mostly working on Kaidancon stuff, and on the side some commission work and yeah, business stuff. That's about it. If you watched the video until now, thank you so much. Once more, thank you for being here and having subscribed. Like, I appreciate that a lot. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or feedback, please let me know down in the comments. And with that, I wish you a good day. or night, wherever you are. Bye!